Good morning, Omama. I'm very sleepy. I only got out of bed like 15 minutes ago and I'm just taking the dog for a walk. But today is a really big and exciting day for me because I'm moving my horse. She's, as you know, living on Vancouver Island right now by my mom's place. And I found a new barn in like Richmond. I think I told you about it. And I'm moving her there, and that's today. So I'm really excited. And I gotta go to the tack store and buy some more brushes because I think I threw out all of mine. And like a couple other things. I might need new boots for myself. We'll see. But yeah, I'm really excited. My pony is gonna be way closer to me. So, and where's Vicky? Say hi. Is it? Sit? Maybe? Yeah. He's so smart. Anywho, Mickey and I go for a walk every morning and every night with a pocket of treats because we're trying to work on his dog reactivity. He's not aggressive when he sees another dog, he's just, I have to meet them, and he's so excited and he pulls at the leash until he chokes himself out and it's really sad. So we're practicing when he sees another dog, he's supposed to look back at me instead and then he gets a treat. But it's kind of hard to teach him this new behavior when there's no other dogs on the walk. Like we've been out for maybe 20 minutes already this morning and we've met one dog. And yeah, so I'm getting frustrated because this is becoming a trend where I can't seem to time my walks when everybody else in the neighborhood is walking their dog. So, yeah. Come here. Hi, Omama. I have my pony again. He's such a good girl. I was gonna take a lot of videos today, but then I got super distracted because I'm at the barn. So, she's home. She's with me. I just gave her a brush. Yeah, I'm a happy girl now. I miss my pony. It hasn't even been, like it's been just over 12 hours since I saw her last, and I miss her so much. But anyway, she was great actually. Apparently she loaded into the trailer on the island very well, and the lady that transported her didn't say anything about her being on the ferry or anything, so I'm guessing that she behaved herself on the ferry ride over. And then when they pulled up to the new barn, they arrived a lot later than I thought they were going to. Like I thought she would be at the barn and like settled in by like 4 o'clock, but it was 7 o'clock. So I didn't actually leave the barn until 8:30 last night. Oops. I didn't get home until almost 10. But whatever. So the lady pulled up in the trailer and drops the ramp, and Maggie she, I guess, was adjusting to being on solid ground again, because, you know, she's on the moving trailer, and then she's on the boat that's moving, and then the trailer is still moving, and so she doesn't have, you know, her equilibrium is all over the place. So she goes to get off the ramp, and her legs are, like, splayed, and she's wide-eyed, and she's sniffing at the ramp going, I don't know if I can do this, and then puts one foot on the ramp and, like, leaps out of the trailer and lands, legs splayed, looking around, and then kind of collects herself, and she's like, oh my god, it was so funny. I was almost in tears when the trailer pulled up because I was so like, oh my god, I missed my pony and here she is. And then I didn't even have time to cry. I was so busy laughing at her antics. So she lands and like collects herself, and then she's looking around and she's like, wait, this is a new place. So starts whinnying at the top of her lungs, like screaming, and calling the other horses, and the other horses, of course, respond to her. So now she's like, oh my god, I have to meet them, and she's doing her little prissy prance dance all the way up the driveway, which I told the barn ladies, the people that run the barn, I'm like, she's a princess, and she's going to put on a show for you. And we were talking about it later, they're like, yeah, you weren't kidding. She's like, her tail's up and her head is all up in the air, and she's like, she's pretty and she knows it. And anyway, yeah, so we get all the way up to the barn and get her settled in, and she's just very, not high strung, but like, there's so much to look at and whatnot. But we gave her a huge pile of hay, and she settled down and started eating, and I gave her a little apple and a carrot, and then I went and we'd ordered pizza because it was really late, and we were, like I say, we were expecting her to show up a lot earlier, so we'd ordered pizza. So I went and ate a little bit so that she could settle in, and then I had a bucket of brushes that I bought at Green Hawk at the tack store earlier yesterday morning. So I went out and I gave her a good little brush and made her all pretty, and she was a lot calmer. Like once she was stuffing her mouth with food, she was okay. So yeah, it was a good day. And then yeah, I got home at like just before 10, and I had a cup of tea, and then I face planted and went to sleep because it was a very long day. So, but now I'm not gonna get to see her for another like week and a half because Justice and I are going to Coombs to visit his friend Merrick for the weekend, and then when we get back I have a full week of work, and so the weekend after next I can go back to the barn. So I'm just gonna have to look at the pictures that I took and pine away for a week and a half. So, fast forward a week and a bit. I'm supposed to go to the barn tomorrow, but currently Vancouver has the worst air quality in the entire world. So, I'm trying to decide if I want to or not, because my whole body hurts from breathing in all of the smoke and the chemicals and everything else right now. We have all of the windows are shut, we've got the air purifier going, I have a splitting headache, my throat hurts, I'm having a hard time breathing because my asthma is acting up. My exercise-induced asthma has turned into full-on asthma because of all of the smoke. So I'm gonna go to like Home Depot tomorrow and see if I can buy like one of those respirator masks. I imagine they're probably sold out, but worth a shot anyway. Because apparently regular cloth masks, like what I wear on the bus right now, won't cut it. So yeah, so I'm gonna see if I can find one of those. I'll probably still go to the barn because I miss my horse so much, but I'm dying. I went to the barn, and it was really nice, but I definitely was exhausted when I got home, and then I spent all day yesterday laying in bed or laying on the couch with a massive headache and swollen throat, and like I'm all stuffy and congested and everything, and it's because I spent just over 4 hours outside in the smoky air. It was great. But I got my horse fix, so I'm happy. I gave Maggie a good brush, and then I took her out into the pasture, and I was trying to get her to run around like she used to, but she was sticking really close to the fence where the other horses were, like she didn't want to run away from them. So I had to clip the lead rope onto the halter and lead her to the other side of the pasture, take the rope off, let her run back to the fence, walk back to the fence, clip the lead rope on, lead her out, take it off, let her run back. Oh my god, we did that like 5 or 6 times, and then I was like, you know what? I'm tired of walking the length of this huge pasture, so we'll call it a day. and then she settled down and she started eating grass and being all happy, and so that was good. And then I sat down with the other barn ladies and had my snack, and then I got Lily, the big Clydesdale, out of the pasture, and I got to ride her. So yeah, I got to ride Lily, and she she's getting a little bit more comfortable around me. The first time that I rode her, she was on her best behavior. She was such a sweetheart. And then yesterday, or no, 2 days ago, that was the second time that I rode her, and she was testing me a little bit more, but it was fine. I loved it. So, and now I'm very, very sore today. It's 2 days later and my legs still hurt because she's wide. Like, she's a big horse, and I'm used to riding very small horses, so my legs hurt. But I've also contacted, there's a riding instructor who gives lessons to one of the kids that leases a horse there. And so I texted her and I was like, hey, do you want to take me on as a client too? And she's like, yeah, sure. So now I'm going to take riding lessons again because I desperately need a refresher because I haven't ridden in 3 years. So that's going to be fun. And I think our first lesson is going to be next week. So I'll make sure that we get a video so I can show you. But yeah, that's basically it. I love you. Bye.